Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing an exciting video today. I think it's exciting. I'm going to Japan in like 2 days, less than 48 hours. So I'm just packing my suitcase. I was gonna try and do carry-on and then I just couldn't do it. Plus we need to like bring some stuff for some people and you know, we're gonna bring stuff home. So I was like, I'll check my bag, it's fine. But I thought I would just make a video and show you guys what I'm bringing. So I have everything that I'm putting in my carry-on over here, aka all of my medical stuff. I don't have any of my like fun stuff there on that shelf yet, like my Kindle, my iPad, or my Switch, but I am taking all 3 of those. But I have all my clothing in here and a pair of shoes for my dad, who I'm bringing. I'm bringing them for him. And then I'm wearing a pair of shoes, I don't know if you can see them, that I'm bringing too, but I'm like just making sure they're comfortable and they're like stretched out and don't rub anywhere. So I'm just wearing them around my house right now. But they're Skechers, which I feel like such a little old lady wearing Skechers. But if you haven't worn Skechers, let me turn you on to Skechers. They're so comfortable. They're so comfortable. Oh, and I need to paint my nails, but I took my nail polish off earlier today to let my nails kind of breathe a little bit, and then I'm going to paint them tonight before I go to bed. But without further ado, let me show you Diabetes, what I'm bringing. So I've got 2 G7s. I need to put tape on the one I have on. It's like not totally falling off, but I just want tape on as extra like backup in case like putting a backpack on and off, it kind of like flies off. So, but I'm bringing 2 G7s because I have to change it once in the trip, so I'm bringing a second as a backup. And then I have my pump supplies that's like everywhere. I tried to fit it in one of these. I have like a bigger one of these and it was a very tight squeeze. So I was like, let me just put it in a Ziploc baggie. But I have one for almost every day that I'm going. I'm supposed to change my pump tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm flying to LAX and then we're leaving LAX on Friday morning. Tomorrow's Thursday. So I'm supposed to change my pump. I'm going to change my pump tomorrow morning before I leave my home. And that way that'll be done, taken care of, and then I won't have to change it until I arrive. Whatever day that is, because I'm going to totally lose track. But I have all my pump supplies in here. Also, it's clear, so like if people need to check it out, they can. Let me open this little bag. So in here I have my meds, which I'm gonna bring extra. Well, I have them all in like a pill case that I'm bringing, but these are for the extra days. And then I've got Tack Away, which I never use. I have a long-acting pen, 2 bottles of insulin, which one is brand new, one's like a little. I might throw another bottle in just to be safe. I've got Solu-Cortef in case of like anything with my adrenal stuff happens. Got a meter in there, and last but not least, way down in there, I have the Squeamy, which is actually super expired, but we're going with it. And I have chapstick, because rest assured, I will not lose this bag. It has an air tag in it, and if I'm not losing this bag, then I'm putting a stick of freaking chapstick in there, because fun fact about me, chapstick is something I can't live without. I have to put it on before I go to bed. I just like can't do dry lips. I hate it. So that's everything that I have in this little pouch. And I talked to my endo. I told him I was going. He gave me a doctor's note, which I have in my carry-on backpack here, which let me show you this. It's actually so cool. I got it just for this trip. So it opens completely. And this is obviously like not packed at all, but I have the note safely tucked in there because I was like, I do not want to forget this doctor's note that just explains everything that's going on. He also told me that I should put my pump on local time when I get there, which I'm gonna do. So we leave LA at like 11:30 in the morning and we land at 11:30 at night LA time, but it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:30 in the afternoon Saturday. So we like jump a day. So I actually had a very long conversation with my mom today. Shout out mom for this one, because I was like, what do I do about my medicine and like my birth control and all that stuff that's like on kind of like a regimented time, like my hydrocortisone for my adrenal insufficiency. And so we created a game plan for that. So I'm gonna basically what I'm gonna do, and like this is my own thing, so don't do this, like talk to your doctor, is I'm going to, when I get on the plane, kind of adjust. I'm not going to take my full meds like the morning that I leave, and then when I get on the plane, I'm going to get on Japan time. So I'm going to take all the meds that I normally take in the morning, like halfway through the flight, which would be like 7 a.m. I have it all written down in a note in my phone because we were talking about it, and I think both of our minds were kind of swirling. It was really crazy. It wasn't really crazy, it just felt like a lot. What else was I gonna say? So I'm gonna start this video today. Oh my god, a bug. And, oh, excuse me. And then I'm gonna kind of like try and film while I'm there. But yeah, and I'll let you guys know like how my blood sugars do. I'm very excited. I'm nervous. The one thing I'm nervous for is just a long flight. As I'm like, sometimes I get so antsy just like sitting there, like when I fly back and forth to the East Coast. So sitting on a plane for 12 hours sounds like a really daunting task. I think my blood sugar's low. Oh no, it's going high because I was just slow, but that's fine. But I just downloaded a bunch of movies. I just downloaded a bunch of shows. I downloaded the last 2 seasons of Selling Sunset because I haven't watched it yet, and y'all know me and you know that I love reality television, so I'll be spending my time doing that. I've got books, I've got my Switch, I've got just other stuff to do. But yeah, I'm gonna try and sleep. Like, I have a neck pillow in this little ball. So I'm hoping that that works. And so I'm actually glad I'm checking a bag, because then I can have 2 personal items. So one is obviously this backpack, and then I think I'm gonna do my little like zip tote that I bring everywhere with me if I check a bag, which is good for just like throwing stuff in, doing whatever. But yeah. That's pretty much it. I can't believe I'm going to freaking Japan. I'm terrified and I'm excited. More excited than terrified, but it's just scary, like going overseas with like so many medical things. I'm like, ugh, I hope like my body adjusts. I hope it does fine. We're only going for a week, so everyone who I say like, oh, I'm going to Japan, they're like, how long? And I'm like, 7 days. They're like, that's not long enough. And I'm like, I know, but it's fine. We'll be fine. I'm going half for work, half for pleasure, so that'll be cool. But yeah, so that's it. That's the start of my Japan video. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. A 16-hour time difference is just like really big. That's my biggest like hurdle in my brain. And I'm like, ugh, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm gonna put the good vibes out to the universe though, but I am not bringing this camera because I'm trying to keep my load very light. So I will be switching to my iPhone at some point, but this is what I'm bringing. I'm leaving tomorrow. That's how I feel. I made it to LA. I'm going to bed. Well, not yet because it's only 8 o'clock, but I had an interesting day. First of all, I fell asleep on the plane and I feel like I have a dent in my head. Second of all, I changed my pump and the needle wouldn't come out. I did it like while I was running out the door. I kind of was running out the door a little like last minute. But I put my pump side in, then it came out. And I was like, why is this happening right now? And then I put another one in and I redid the whole like priming of the tubing, blah, blah, blah. And it stuck, but I was just like, of course, now, of all the times when I'm like trying to leave for a freaking international trip. But anyway, good night. Wish me luck on my 12-hour flight tomorrow. I'm gonna need it. Goodbye. I can't even hold the phone. Hello, everybody. It has been 2 days since I got to Japan. A couple days, and it's been going good. I figured out my medicine. That's been working well. My sleep is like, I've been holding this on my face. My sleep is not the best. It's 10 o'clock right now in the evening, and I'm about to pass out, and I will be waking up at 4 a.m. because I've been waking up at 4 a.m. every day, and that, which like 10 p.m. here is, let me figure this out really quick. Let me look what time it is in Arizona right now. Hold on. Okay, it is 6:30 in the morning on Monday, but Monday is over here, so it's been a lot to like figure out. But my blood sugars are doing really good. Control IQ is just kicking butt. We are doing a ton of walking. like a ton. So that's definitely helping. But the food, excuse me, the food is insane. The people are insane, like in the best way. So nice. It's so clean here. And I don't even know what else to say. The only other thing I was going to say is flight was a piece of cake. I didn't really sleep, but I stayed busy. And my blood sugar was a little high right before the flight. But then it came down fine. And I thought it was because I had waited to take my meds till when I was on the plane, and it was like 6 a.m. here local time, and my finger's gonna keep sliding in. That's okay. But I'm actually really glad I did it like that, because it's just making taking everything easier. And I'm taking whatever. And then I'm doing kind of the same thing going home. So it's Monday today, so we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then most of Saturday. A lot of us fly out in the evening on Saturday. So we leave at like 9 on Saturday p.m., which is 6 a.m. 6 or 5 a.m. Pacific time. The time zones, man, they're freaking nuts. And so I'm gonna take all my meds, and then a whole day will have basically gone by. And by the time I take my meds on what will be Saturday morning in America, which will be in the middle of the night, Saturday night here, I'm gonna take my meds again. I don't know. It makes sense in my head, but whatever. But everything's good. I freaking love Japan. A week is not gonna be enough time here. It's crazy. And we've had the best weather. It's so nice. It's just a little hot. Or I'm just hot. Not in that way, but I just have been sweating like a pig. But it's fine. It's worth it. I just can't wait to take a shower tomorrow morning. But anyway, I'm going to bed. Good night. Whenever I talk to you again is when I'll talk to you again. Hopefully. I won't forget to do this until I get home. We'll see. Good morning. It is Thursday morning, and I'm tired. Well, my blood sugar's doing good. It's been a little more up and down. We're doing like a little less walking now, but blood sugar's doing pretty good. There was an earthquake last night, so that was terrifying. Because earthquakes are like one of my worst fears. That's cool. It was cool. It was scary, but we did it. But I think that's why I'm tired, because I didn't sleep very well. But it's Thursday. We have one more full day after this, and I'm so sad to go home. But yeah. Yeah. So, that's just a little update. Oh my god, excuse me. I should be taking more videos like while we're on the trip, but I'm not. But I'll try and do that today. Wish me luck. Back in my house. After Japan, I feel like this video is like all over the place because I was all over the place, but I just want to come on here and close the video and like summarize everything to just close it, because it was a little crazy for a second there. So I got back on Saturday. It's Tuesday now, and first of all, jet lag hasn't been that bad. It's been a little touch and go. Like when I got home at like 8:30, maybe like 9, and like unpacked everything, and I was asleep by like 10:30 at night, which was great. But then I was up at 3, from like 3 to 5, which I don't even know what time that would have been in Japan. And then I fell back asleep until like 10 a.m., which is way later than I normally sleep. And then all Sunday I was like trying to keep it together, but I was so tired, and I did take a nap. And then I went to bed at like 9 o'clock that night. And then yesterday I woke up very briefly at 3 a.m., like 2 nights ago. And then I was like, don't look at your phone, just go back to sleep. And I fell back to sleep until 5:30. And then last night, I think I was up till like 11. And again, I keep waking up at 3. I don't know why. And I looked it up to see what time, if it's 3 a.m. here, what time is it in Tokyo? And I think it's 7 a.m. the next day? No, that can't be right. Whatever. It's like in the middle of the day or in the middle of the morning. And then I fell asleep until like 7. So I think I'm getting back on track, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Both jet lags weren't as bad as I had like kind of predicted it to be in my head. So that was really nice because I feel like when we got to Tokyo, we like stayed up until 9:30, 10, and then we fell asleep. And then when I was in Japan, I kept waking up at 4, and then I would go back to sleep until like 6. And then of course the last day I was like, I feel totally adjusted, and it was time to go home. The trip was very emotional in like the best way possible. Just like being with people, which I want to say that's why I didn't vlog a lot, because I was with a bunch of people and I didn't want to, a bunch of people from work, I didn't want to make them uncomfortable, so I didn't film a lot there, which is why there's just like those little clips of me at night. Oh my gosh. And so, but it was really emotional because you're with this like group of people all week and then you all leave and it's like so depressing, and I miss everyone, but like we all really bonded and it was such a good experience. I didn't eat any sushi when I was there. I don't know why. I guess we just like didn't really find ourselves any sushi restaurants, but I ate tons of new food. I tried squid, octopus, snails, or sea urchin, or something that came out of a shell. I tried everything that I could. Lots of fish, but just no like specific sushi, which people are gonna be like, what the hell? Like what? But I don't know, it just didn't work out like that. But I will go back for sushi because I do really want to go back to Japan. Like every person that I was like, oh, I'm going there for a week, is they were like, that's not enough time. And I was like, really? And then on day like 3, as I was like, yeah, this is not gonna be enough time to do everything. There's so much to do and it's so beautiful there and everyone's so nice. Everyone's so nice there. It's crazy. So yeah. So that's a little summary of my trip, trip-wise, but medical-wise, I was actually very pleased with myself the whole time. So I figured out my meds on the way over. Like I didn't take everything in the morning, but I took everything when I was on the plane in the quote morning Tokyo time. And that kind of like put me on the path to like have everything adjusted. And then I did the same thing on the way back, as I like took everything in the morning, which was like in the middle of the night, Japan time, which would have been in the morning, Pacific time. It was very confusing, and shout out to my mom because I called her like 3 times and I was like, am I thinking this through correctly? Because it's just really overwhelming and confusing. But I only changed my pump a couple times because we did so much walking. Like I brought way too much pump supplies, which is a good thing, and I don't regret bringing that much, but I thought I was going to be changing it way more than I was. But I don't know if we were eating less and walking more. We were definitely walking more than normal. I think in total we walked like 40 miles throughout the week, which helped keep my blood sugars in range. I went high a couple times and I went low just like 3 or 4 times, and not like urgent low. Maybe one time I was urgently low in the middle of the night, but all in all, my blood sugars were like really, really good and really stable. And I think walking and like eating and then walking really helped. So I'm very proud of my diabetes. Like go diabetes. And I felt good the whole time. And yeah, I definitely would pack differently next time I go. And I didn't bring like a little backpack for like the day to day. Like obviously I had my carry-on, but I'm not carrying that thing around. That thing was huge. So I have a couple things I would do differently, but I would do medically everything exactly the same. And like no one questioned my pump, obviously, like, but even when I was flying back to the US, cause I always take my pump off, and I used to go through the scanner, but then one time my pump just like totally failed. And I was like, this is because I stuck it through the thing. So I'm convinced that I messed it up. So all that to say is every time I go through TSA or the security of the airport, whatever, I don't know what they call it in Japan. Maybe not TSA. But I take my pump all the way off, like disconnect it and have them hand check it. So I like hand it around to them. And when I did that in Japan, they were like, cool, like no worries, did the normal swab thing and then gave it back. That's the one thing that I was like, ooh, are they gonna be like, what is this? Like what, blah, blah, blah. Which I had a note from my doctor, which I will say it was smashed by the end of the week. Like a crumpled up piece of paper from taking things in and out of my bag so much. So I'm glad I didn't have to pull it out, but they took it, they swabbed it, no problem. And then I flew home and that was it. But anyway, thanks for watching this whirlwind of a video, because this is not a clean video, but hopefully it's fine. Yeah, I want to go back to Japan. It does make me want to travel more. I don't know why I just sit at home all the time. I should travel more, but traveling takes money and money is hard to save, so you know. But anyway, let me know if you have any fun travels coming up or if you found this video helpful. And I think with that, I will see you next month. Bye.